How to tell if a guy doesn't like you. One of the hardest things to do is acknowledge when he is sending you the "I don't like you" signals. Here's how to tell if a guy doesn't like you. 1. He isn't turned on by you. There aren't many guys alive who can't stop himself from showing his attraction when the time is right. Even if you aren't the girl of his dreams, he can still show signs of arousal. If, however, he isn't showing any sign that you are doing anything to make his man parts tingle, then that is all the sign you need to hear. I don't like you. A guy can't help his physiological response to stimuli. So, if it ain't getting hard, don't think long or hard about it, he isn't into you. 2. He doesn't answer your text messages. Don't be fooled by what your best friend Pollyanna told you. If he isn't answering your text messages, he isn't playing hard to get. Guys aren't that big into their phones. But, if you text him and he likes you, then he might not answer right away, giving you time to sit and stew a while. If, however, he doesn't answer you at all, that says that he is hoping you will give up and stop texting him altogether. No answer is a clear sign for knowing how to tell if a guy doesn't like you. 3. He doesn't pay for your date. If you are on a first real date and he doesn't pay the tab when it comes, then there's a good probability that he doesn't like you. Even the dirt poor guys want to be the big man by paying the check the first time around. Guys consider paying for the girl they like a way to show off. If he is asking for halvesies halfway through the meal, you can safely assume that he isn't completely into you, or probably likes hanging out with you as a friend. 4. He doesn't touch you. If a guy likes you, he will find any opportunity to reach out and touch you. Whether it is putting his arm around you when you are scared or just brushing up against your body, when a guy likes a girl, he can't wait to make contact. If he hasn't made any attempt to put his skin up against yours and has had ample opportunity, then you can safely assume that he probably doesn't like you in a sexual way. 5. He doesn't go the extra mile to meet you. If a guy always wants to meet you somewhere, then he isn't trying to figure out where you live or find alone time with you. Sure, some guys have the limitation of no wheels. But, if it is a continual thing and he never wants to come by your place or even pick you up, then there is a good probability that he doesn't really feel romantically for you. 6. He's always too busy to hang out. If a guy doesn't want to hurt your feelings, he is not going to want to see you cry or make you unhappy. So, what he will probably do is put you off so many times, that to him, it is quite obvious that he doesn't like you. Not being the kings of communication or confrontation, many guys will simply continue to say no to a woman until she literally gives up. If he is always busy, don't buy into it. He isn't that busy, he just isn't interested. 7. He brings hot guys along. When a guy likes you, the last thing he wants to do is bring out his first-string hot friends. Not wanting you to be tempted to switch players, he will bring out the wingmen who aren't nearly as hot as he is. If he always showing up with the hotter-than-average guy, that is sending you a signal that he isn't worried about losing you, or some guy taking the place he doesn't want besides you. 8. He avoids introducing you to people in his life. Sure, some guys don't want to get all committal right up front and will wait a while to introduce the girl in their lives around, especially to mom and dad. But, if it has been a couple of weeks and he has been running interference so that you don't meet up with anyone he knows, then there is a good likelihood that he doesn't want anyone to get to know you. Why? He doesn't believe that you are going to be a part of his future. I know, ouch. But, it's true. If he is keeping you his dirty little secret, it is either because he has a girlfriend, or he isn't into you. 9. He is continually trying to downplay himself and talk other people up. A guy who likes a girl wants to make themselves the most irresistible and awesome guy in the room. If he isn't trying to impress you, then he is trying to get rid of you. Once more, if he is trying to talk one of his friends up to you, then either his friend has a crush on you, or he just is trying to distract you and push you off on someone else. Either way, that is a clear sign for knowing how to tell if a guy doesn't like you. 10. He turns you down. If you invite him up to your place, text him for a booty call, or ask him to meet you late at night and you get turned down, this is one of the big red flags when you're wondering how to tell if a guy doesn't like you. If a guy likes a girl, he will go to great lengths to meet up once the lights come on to turn them back off and get busy. If he isn't answering or is flat out rejecting you by saying things like he has to work early in the morning, he is either with someone else or wishing that he was. What he isn't wanting is to be with you. You just have to choose to acknowledge them and not brush them off in an attempt to see something that isn't there or real. In the end, the longer you stick around when he doesn't like you, the more time you are losing. And the more likelihood you have that if you play hard to get or disappear, he will figure out that he really liked you all along and didn't know it.